our first con.
Ooh!
Ah!
Hello, everyone. I'm Tina Gomez.
Mark Wynn. And we're
The
Team Anime
Otaku couple.
We need to work on that.
Today's discussion.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about our very first con.
Yeah.
It was a virtual con. How weird.
It's not weird.
It's not weird, but
We didn't imagine our first con to be
right.
virtual.
We've been wanting to go to an actual con for a while now. There's a few reasons why we haven't.
Yeah. Is it confession time already?
I don't know what you're about to say, so maybe.
Right there. You didn't even get it.
You get it?
If we're going to a con, well, I want to go to a con like in probably New York or California. Like if I go to a con, I'm going to want to spend some cash, okay?
We'll be broke when we go to our first con.
If the con is like selling prints or like fan art or like tapestries or whatever, it's gonna cost money. We're talking like from $5 and up, depending on what it is.
Right,
if it's just like a pin or a button, which is probably all I'll be able to afford, it's gonna be some money.
But even if it was $10 or $5, you'd probably get like 10 or 30 of those $10 or $5 items.
Exactly.
And then it's like. Another reason is because being content creators ourselves, as in not YouTube videos, but as in art and comics and novels, we have the idea of going to a con not as a consumer, but as a seller.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why we haven't gone, because being a seller is even more expensive than going as a consumer. You gotta rent out the spot. You gotta get the advertisement.
You gotta get the shit made.
Get merch. You gotta be ready. You gotta be on your stuff.
We went to the Funimation Con. It was free to register. You have to pay anything.
It took place on July 4th and 5th.
No, 3rd and 4th.
3rd and 4th. Yeah, I was there, so I know. It took place on July 3rd and 4th. And we only attended one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had stuff to do on the second day. There was Q&As from voice actors, from like My Hero and
English voice actors.
Yeah, the English voice actors of My Hero, Attack on Titan. There were
like previews of things that was coming to Funimation, like shows that were coming to Funimation anime.
Right, and then there were also
and like merch.
Merch, musical performances by Blue and Count and Flo. Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So there was a bunch of stuff, nothing too crazy, but there was a bunch of stuff.
This shit lasted like all day.
Right, from 10 to 11 p.m., bro. That was like 12 hours, bro.
Which, unfortunately, we have lives. And
not even now. Who just want to sit there in front of the screen for 12 hours? I mean, ain't like we at the con walking around looking. You just.
I could do it if it's something that I'm into, like if it's a show I'm watching or something. But like, yeah, just everything that was there, we didn't exactly care for every single thing. So to be there for 12 hours, nah.
But despite everything that happened, hands down, the best thing about the con was the chat.
The
chat was lit!
Getting to know fellow anime fans and bonded over one of the most beautiful forms of media and entertainment. No, we just pretty much like troll and talk about each other. It was and anime characters.
Alright, so it started off with some announcements to Funimation. New anime that's coming.
New merch.
Yeah, they dubbing, what's that? Oh yeah, Promised Neverland is going to be dubbed on there now. Tokyo Ghoul is going to be dubbed in Spanish. And they're getting Naruto, the OG Naruto. not Shippuden. Everybody get Naruto nowadays because now Netflix got all of Naruto too. I guess I should explain this.
Yeah, you know, that'd be nice every now and then. This takes too long.
Okay. So you.
Nah, I mean, it's your fault because
You
you don't be explaining to me what we doing for the videos that you be playing in your head. There were two rooms where they were going to show different things in each room, like during the same times.
Right.
So room 1 was either getting boring or they had like the countdown for the next event. So we went to room 2.
Just to say, oh yeah, there's a second room. Let's go in here. And
they were playing some weird anime, possibly movie or something.
I think it was a movie, but it literally looked like a video game.
It did. And the chat was like...
The chat. Every time something happened, they would immediately respond to it. Oh, he just hit that car. Dang, that just blew up.
Right, like it was the most interesting...
So he was a monster all along?
Like it was the most
better run.
interesting thing they've ever seen. Honestly, it wasn't. But like, yeah, it was funny.
Even though I had no idea what was going on in the movie and we just got dropped in the middle of it, I was like...
Yeah,
kind of interested
we were dropped,
because it was crazy.
Yeah. I don't remember the order of the Q&As, but so then next I think we had to go back to the other room. I don't remember. Yeah, I think we went back to room 1 and there was a Q&A. I believe the first one was Rico.
I don't remember his last name.
Fajardo?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know how to say his last name. I don't know if he's Hispanic, but that's how I would say it. Anywho, he is Mirio Togata from My Hero Academia. And we didn't watch the whole thing.
That's when we got into the chat because they started shipping.
Oh, they did!
They started shipping random My Hero characters.
With
Before that, it was just characters with characters.
Yeah.
And then it was characters with stuff.
Yeah, it was like Midoriya times hospital bed. And Midoriya and
Todoroki and
daddy issues.
Yeah,
Todoroki and daddy issues.
And then that's when I was like,
we gotta join.
Okay.
we gotta join. I think the first thing we said was Hagakure and
in a mirror.
In a mirror. It was Mark's idea. He was being a f***ing child.
And there was like a handful of people in there that weren't on board, and they were annoyed.
Oh my god! And then there were like random JoJo fans.
Yeah.
Some
Somebody was just putting pictures of cherries in the cherry emojis.
Yep. After that Q&A, I think was Caitlin Glass, which is she plays Mina. They were focusing on like My Hero stuff. We know that Caitlin Glass plays a lot of characters, but
couldn't tell you what any of them said. I think Mirio at one point was talking about how it was difficult to get started, but after that,
and we were
chat. So then we switched over to room 2, and they were talking about like merch from like Right Stuff and just Funimation merch overall. And then they just started bringing up like, we're bringing back Gundam. We're gonna be redubbing and doing a lot of these scenes. And I was a Gundam fan growing up, so I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool.
I didn't really watch Gundam.
I know she wasn't really watching it. I was chatting it up, trolling the Gundam fans.
I think at that point I left the room and got some food or something. I don't know. I didn't care.
Yeah, I was chatting it up.
He was being a child
with the Gundam fans.
Yeah, he was trolling them
because they were like, "Oh my
god,
part of this Gundam, I love it, and that Gundam, I love it." And I kind of fell out of love with Gundam, to be honest. Then someone started talking about G Gundam. If any of you out there are familiar with that, G Gundam's the best.
G Gundam's the best Gundam.
And I was like, dude, I like G Gundam, and G Gundam's butt. And
Tomo.
And then I started like talking about SD Gundam, which is like the Chibi Gundam, which
you were talking. You were.
I was talking major-ish.
Yeah, so, he was. I'm not sure if this was next or the masks, but they were gonna teach you how to make masks for like the stuff going on in the world.
It makes
face
sense.
masks.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, but like, bro.
However,
no disrespect to Riddle, no disrespect to her, but like, it was boring.
That was the most boring.
It was so boring. She could have at least made it interesting. Because, like, I get it. You're trying to be responsible. You want to make sure, you know, people know how to make their own masks. If they don't have accessible masks to, you know, buy at the store or something like that. Right. Make your own. Right. Even if you want to make it out of your shirt. You know, you ain't even got to go buy no fabric. But, bro, legit, the dude, I don't remember his name. He literally... yeah.
Yeah, the dude that was
like just
he
smiling.
Was interviewing her while she made the mask.
Yeah, and he was smiling the whole time. I'm like, I know that's a fake smile. Like, there's no way you smiled that whole damn time. Sorry.
It went on for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, in the chat.
40 minutes of mask making. Making one mask, by the way.
We don't know because we switched rooms.
I was looking. It was one mask.
It was one?
She made one mask.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, it took me like 10 minutes tops to make a mask.
The chat didn't want no parts of it anyway.
They didn't.
They
were talking about other stuff. Not paying attention.
There's no way that they were seeing the chat because the chat was.
And Mark,
crazy.
being the comedian and immature person that he is, he had to join in the chat. Talking about some what was it? Yeah, I'm almost done with my mask. I don't remember everything you
right,
said.
because nobody was talking about mask at all. People were talking about different anime they like. People were talking about different shows.
I'm on my 10th one or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm still going, y'all. I'm still making the mask. How's your mask turning out? No response.
I think this was going on during the mask making. Mineta, if you don't know who that is, he is the extremely tiny, possibly 13, 14, maybe 15-year-old in BNHA with the purple balls on his head, the sticky balls.
Mm-hmm. Great balls.
Great balls. Mm-hmm. There were some weird people in the chat. People was talking about Mineta was sexy and cute and he's not a perv.
Mineta can slam me any night or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, Mineta can slam me against the wall and something is like...
They completely pissed off the entire chat.
They did.
The entire chat just started going off on Mineta. Talking about, like...
Mineta can die or some shit like that. Mineta times his funeral.
Bleach. And death.
And death.
And
his funeral.
And his funeral.
Oh.
And then it would quiet down. And then no one's talking
about
no
one's talking about Mineta.
And then
someone will come out of nowhere and just start talking about him again.
Mineta is big. Oh, no! Mineta is stupid. He's short.
Death. Die. I for real want to know, though, is anybody watching this video... Do you think he's attractive? I'm so curious. But okay, so then I think what was next was a Q&A with Christopher Sabat and Justin Briner. Mm-hmm. Who, if you don't know, and if you don't know, which a lot of you probably don't because a lot of y'all are sub fans, we need some more dub fans in the comments. Where y'all at? Where you hiding? I was actually excited for this because I love Chris Sabat and I actually really like Deku's character, and so it was going to be interesting to, you know, see his English voice actor, and it crashed on us.
Yeah,
I was
made
upset.
it through about maybe 15 minutes of it, or maybe even less.
I think less than that.
And then it crashed. And the chat might have been responsible because the chat was lagging like crazy.
It was.
So many people in the chat.
It was.
It took like 2 seconds to type something out, and then
it would come up like 2 minutes later.
Right.
The musical guests. Mm-hmm. I lost my stuff. I literally felt like a fangirl at their concert. I was so hyped for it. Season 4's opening of My Hero Academia. Go listen if you have not heard it. It is so good. Yeah, I thought season 3's first opening was my favorite, but I'm sorry they stole their spot. I love it so much. But yeah, so that was like a cool little mini concert kind of thing going on. We were tired. So we didn't get to see Flo.
Yeah. Alright, so anyway, like Tina said, we didn't watch Flow, but we assumed it would pretty much be the same kind of thing where it's, you know, not live, so it's not the same.
But it was dope that they had them. You know, they were gonna play them. Like, if you don't know who Flo is, you need to go look him up too. Anywho.
Yeah. So that was our first con. Yeah, we didn't stay through the whole thing, but we was tired and busy. So at least we got to be there for some of it.
Yeah, I know.
And it was still a dope experience.
Yeah, it was. So thanks for watching this video, and tell us, have you ever been to a con? Do you ever want to go to a con?
And what was your first con?
Yeah, what was your first con if you did go? See you in the next one, guys. So if you guys like this video and you want to support us further,
go to Amazon.com, where all you have to do is type in Team Animex and you'll find all of our books.
And if you would like to check it out for free, just check the links below.